Panama is a very unique country, stretching from the Atlantic to the Pacific. It's known as the crossroads of the world. And for the next half hour, we'll take a look at the special beauty and history of Panama. Join us on a journey to Corona Beach, Rio Mar, the mountains of El Valle, and the islands of Toboga and Contadora. But first, let's take a walk around Colonial Panama.
The walled city of Casco Viejo was founded over 300 years ago when the Spaniards relocated from the sacked ruins of Old Panama to a strategic peninsula 5 miles away. Colonial Panama still retains much of its splendor from two cultures, the Spanish and the French. Let's begin at Independence Plaza, where Panama's Declaration of Independence was signed in 1903. One of the most prominent landmarks of the plaza is the Metropolitan Cathedral. Construction started in 1673 and took 108 years to complete. A past echoes within the walls of the Metropolitan Cathedral that makes anyone reflect on the importance of the church in Panama. Is a quiet place where many historic structures can be seen. A unique attraction is the magnificent wrought iron railings and colonial-style architecture reminiscent of New Orleans or any other city that's heritage is from both the French and the Spanish. The Bay of Panama, with the Paitilla skyline in the background, is the home of Panama's president. The palace was first built in 1673 and later reconstructed in 1921. A fantastic view can be seen from the palace, Panama City, Paitilla, and the market. Blocks away from the palace is the historic Bolivar Plaza, named in honor of Simón Bolivar, a liberator of Latin American independence from Spain in the early 1800s. This statue of Bolivar was unveiled in 1926. Across the street from the statue is San Francisco Church. The National Theater has been bringing culture and art to Panama for almost a century. Hundreds of years ago, stout seawalls were built to protect the old city from attack. Sentries kept a lookout to the sea for pirate ships. The French Plaza honors the engineers who first started construction of the Panama Canal in the 1800s. Engraved on 12 marble walls is the history of the Panama Canal. The French Plaza is rich in history. Found here is the Palace of Justice. When the French began digging the canal in 1879, they brought with them sidewalk cafes and promenades. The narrow streets of colonial Panama are reminiscent of French architecture. Many old buildings still remain in colonial Panama, including the ruins of an old church. And further down the street is San Jose Church, famous for its golden altar, which was saved from pirates in 1671. Colonial Panama is an ideal way to see this nation's history, from magnificent architecture to narrow streets, to the Bay of Panama and the modern city. A certain amount of Panama will last forever. I'm David McNally, reporting.